Hi, everybody. My name is Harry Jacobs. I am the North of 60 Gamer, and welcome today. I thought let's take a look at some of the games I'm looking at on Kickstarter. Generally, I like to go through Kickstarter and sort of pick out some stuff, but today I'm going to change things up. Show you some of the games that I'm backing, some of the games that are sitting in my saved folder. Um, Sort of go over why I backed it and why I saved it, just to give you an idea of my thinking about the specific games. And I hope you're up for that. I want to keep this short, so I'm not going to go deep dive here. So if you're very interested in these games, then again, go to Kickstarter, have a quick look at these games that I'm going to show you. One of them is coming, but we'll get to that. So first up, you can see on my screen right here, it's Sparta, Struggle for Greece. It's 1 to 2 players. It's a solo game. Now, the reason I'm interested in this is from Stuart Tong, and he did 2 minutes to midnight, and that is an excellent game, somewhat loosely like Twilight Struggle, but I can tell you that the rule set is so much easier, and the solo was so much fun, and therefore I'm thinking that if he looks like the very same system that he's bringing to Sparta, to a Greek conflict, I think you're going to be in for a really good, solid game. I think also if the quality of components in this match the quality of components in 2 minutes to midnight, there is value in this game, and I think it's an excellent value. So really, I just backed this quick. I didn't even really go through it. I liked 2 minutes to midnight so much that I just backed it. And my selection, of course, was the Sparta Deluxe Edition. Why not? There's tons of stuff here that to look at. There it is. Freedom or Death. We got some minis. We got some metal coins. We've got some photos, and the board is amazing. Similar, very similar to 2 minutes to midnight. If you have 2 minutes to midnight, you know what I'm talking about here, folks. So get on the bandwagon and get this one. There's also looks like a less price or less than retail price here, $89 for deluxe. So I think that is a good value for what you're getting here on Sparta. Struggle for Greece. I saw this come up in Facebook. This is Kingmaker, or a world relaunch of Kingmaker. Looks like they've funded $122,258. This is a down memory lane game. This game has been around for a long, long time. It's great to see it back for people to enjoy in this generation, because I remember this game from way, way back. I'm not going to tell you how many years, but way, way back. I think at one point it actually may have even been in the Avalon Hill catalog. Which, talking about that, looks like Diplomacy has switched over to a new publisher. Hasbro has picked a new publisher. I'm really hoping that they're going to pick up on some of the Avalon Hill games and re-image them in the future. I can't remember which company did that. If you know who it is, put it down in the comments. But that is, this was a no-brainer for me. Didn't even care about the price. I just said, give me everything. And it was only 65 pounds, which is about $100. So, for $100, that's pretty much the way games are gone now. But this game has been a good, solid game for, I'd like to say, 40 or 50 years. But we'll see. Maybe I'll look that up. But it looks great. Absolutely great. Exclusive add-ons. Well, I don't need a puzzle or a bag, but we'll see what happens here. But this is a first game from Gibson Games, so it is really a re-imaging, and that seems to be happening a lot with publishers looking for old titles and then bringing them back alive, which I totally agree with. Perhaps this one is piquing my interest more than, say, Dark Tower or Fire Island did, because of its more strategic value of play. But this is one of the games I did back. It's a little heavier than I normally would back, but there's a little bit of nostalgia in me that says I want to back this game, and that's why I backed it. Coming up next is pretty standard fare. Whoops, I closed one down. So coming up next is Frozen Frontier. The one I closed down by accident was Terraforming Mars, the dice game. Everybody knows Terraforming Mars. If you don't, you've been living under the rock since what, 2016 or so, a good 7 years. There's Terraforming Mars with a number of expansions. I think there's 5 of them. Terraforming Mars Ares Edition, which is a lighter version, and then we go get even lighter with the dice game. Sorry I closed it, but yeah. But it looks amazing. It's a light game. Someone you could teach this game easily to sort of bring them into the Terraforming Mars and maybe take them through the steps up to Terraforming Mars. So maybe we have a game that plays in an hour. You know, Ares might be 90 minutes, and then you can get into that 2 to 3 hour range in a heavier Terraforming Mars. This one looked amazing. I can't tell you why it is not funding with 17 days to go. We can take a quick look. They've only raised 40,000 of 54,000. There's 278 now. I haven't backed it either. It's 1 to 4 players. That scratches my solo itch because I play. I think it's the long running time of 120 to 180 minutes. 2 to 3 hours is a lot to ask for in a game, especially for me. It is 14 and up. That tells me that we're talking about a little heavier game. And looking at the components, I'd say, yeah, there it is. I look at this and I get no understanding about how this works with those circles and things. And I think that's part of the issue here. So we really don't talk about the game, what's in the box. Here we are. It looks like there's a deluxe edition. Again, though, I'm not seeing, oh, here's the how to play. We're going to take on a project. We're going to construct some buildings, settle colonists, and oh, these must be planets or something or other. Raise funds, deliver resources, research. So we got a little bit. We can do that. We have a rule book. Bleh. We have a rule book. We have a tabletop simulator, which I tend not to do. We've got some great. We have a video, daily reveals. So we're giving those little surprises. Gameplay Frozen Rado. So I mean, Crocolope, Man versus Meeple. Lots of the regular reviewers who I would think that are AAA reviewers are reviewing this. I don't think the price was particularly heavy. 85 for the base game. The deluxe version's 125, so $172 for the base game. Maybe that's why people aren't jumping in on this. I think I would have rearranged this a little bit. I would have probably put some of this down at the bottom and have the about, and then go right into what the play is and then what's in the box. Because if I saw this, I wouldn't go down further, because I look at this and go, I've got no clue what you're telling me about. What is this game? Why do you want me to look at this game? What's important about this game that makes me want to buy this game? And that's missing. Anyway, let's look at the next one. Gathering Gloom, a killer co-op game. This should have funded. This is a fun game. I would say that this is a game, I would say, in terms of play, is around the same value of weight as perhaps Horrified. And it's a little bit different because you play the monsters and you're trying to prevent people from hurting you because you have businesses in town, but they suspect things are going on and they want to undermine you, and you don't want them to undermine me. So you do different activities to try to stop people from undermining your characters. So this is a cooperative game. You play family members. There's locations involved. I thought it was fun. So hopefully, in terms of the play, it was fun. What I saw in the box was good for a prototype, and I encourage you to go out and look at my channel and look for that prototype. Keep an eye out for this one. This one should fund. If it doesn't fund, I'm going to cry. I will cry right here on camera. Maybe not. Here's what I'm looking at. Fate Forge. $210,000, 1,700, 1,800 backers, almost 3 days to go. I have saved it. So, 1 to 4 players, but I'm looking at it going, wow, this is huge. It's a narrative style game. I love narrative style games. Why should we back it now? Well, we get 5 bosses, discounted price. It's a limited deluxe edition. Hitting all those FOMO bells and whistles. Fortunately, FOMO doesn't rule me. Then it talks about the game. It's cooperative, tailor-made sessions. I think most of the sessions play under an hour. Meaningful choices and quiz. App narrative, maybe that turns people off. Action-packed combat. So we've got how to fight, what's in the box, all the typical stuff that you see, free miniatures. So we have enticements. Let's just see what's going on down here. How to play, okay. Oh, so far, so far. I know what I'm looking for here, folks. Just bear with me. There we are. We got radio coverage. We've got Dice Tower coverage. We have all kinds of coverage from, again, what I consider AAA coverages. Let's just see. The group Emperor. Okay, heavy. So there's my thing. If I wanted the all-in group Emperor, which is way down here. That's the merchant pledge. Sorry. 129 euros. That's not terrible. I mean, $174. But you know, Canis, so it's going to cost me 70 euros to ship a $129 game. 129 euro game. Strict rule, 50%. If you're not less than 50%, I can't even entertain this. It's just not worth it because of the shipping value. I'll pick it up on the secondhand market at some point, perhaps. So that's the reason why I didn't back it. I put it on save, but I will tell you that general rule of thumb. I will tell you as general rule of thumb, I don't back things that I say. So chances are that I will not back this or the other one that I showed you just a little while ago. But I always might jump in at the last minute. But generally, if I don't have a real compelling reason to back it when it first comes out, I don't really have a compelling reason to back it in the next go around. That's it. We're done. Lots of things coming up. Just to go over a couple things that are coming up, I do have. What is coming up? I just got a great game in. It is. Oh my God. What am I playing? Oh, what am I editing? I am editing. Damn. What am I editing? Do, 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 do. Oh, Fortress of Terror. Yes. So I am editing Fortress of Terror. And this is a great little game from GameCrafter. Oh, I had so much fun. It is a roll and write game in the true spirit of roll and write with a couple of interesting mechanics that make it a real brain burner. It is for soul only. It's amazing. Keep an eye out for that. I'm still working through the editing on that. We also have coming up is Escape from Athelbray, another great game. We looked at For the Shadows. That's out. Same guy that did For the Shadows, which is currently on Kickstarter, did that, and it was a good game. I enjoyed the mechanics. Very easy mechanics, but a bit long-winded in the playtime, perhaps. And with a no solo mode. So I do want to get this to the table eventually. And hopefully you'll enjoy that video coming up. Other than that, that's all the news I have right now. I'm going to Edmonton next week, which gives me a chance to go to App the Games. App the Games was going to close, but it seems that they have so much support by the people that love them that they're staying open, at least for now. They were going to shut down and had a flea market and sold off everything. And I guess whatever they did sparked them to want to stay open, at least for now. That's great because At the Games is probably one of the best board game stores in Edmonton. There are some cafes, but there's really no true board game stores that are that of their caliber. The rest are kind of like buried in hobby shops in the big malls, and of course, then you pay extra for that privilege of shopping in a mall store like at the Edmonton Mall, where I look at that game, I said, but it's $20 more than I can buy from 401 Games or Board Game Bliss. Just to let you know, Twilight Inscription shipped yesterday from 401 Games, and I just ordered Star Wars, The Clone Wars from Board Game Bliss and a bunch of other things, just because I wanted to get that, and I couldn't get a hold of the copy of Carnival Zombie I wanted, but I wanted the game, so I picked that up, a retail edition. Perhaps I'll pick up a deluxe edition at some point and sell that game. I'm hoping to have a flea market maybe around November, working on that sort of to see whether we can do something like that. But anyway, that is all for now. If you like what you saw, whether here or another one, please hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Subscribe. That way you see more of this stuff. I do tend to slant more towards tutorials and teaching how games are played because that's what I like to do. But if you like those styles, please check out some of my videos. Um, it's good. I'm doing some Halloween games right now, and Fortress of Terror will certainly reflect that with some of the stuff I'm doing in it. And just stay in touch. Comments, catch me on Facebook. Anyway, I'm going to go back to work because my lunch is over. I took a late lunch, didn't finish work until 1, and I'm getting ready to finish off for the day so that I can go into the long weekend. In Canada, it is Thanksgiving. Gobble, 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 and we'll talk to you all later. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Where is that? Oh, there it is.